Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and we're going to be playing some more Standard 2021. So these are all rotation-proof decks, meaning they are decks that with the upcoming rotation that's coming up, will have all the cards that are still legal. Obviously, we're going to get the addition of Zendikar Resurgent, or Zendikar Rising, Zendikar Resurgent's a card. But we're testing some out, seeing how they go. So this first one here is a black-white Orzhov Life Drain deck, gaining life to drain your opponent out. So it's kind of built around Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So there's a bunch of life gain synergies. You also have Griffin Airy. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life, create a 2/2 token, and then Indulgent Partition. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life, each opponent loses 3 life. So we can gain 3 life with Charming Prince, Revitalize. Those are ways there. There's also the life link from these. And then when you gain 3 life, Silver Smoke Ghoul can come back from your graveyard. So there's some synergies there. One of Baneslayer on the top end. I didn't want to go too heavy on the 5 drops. So we're trying out one here. And then a couple Mothras. It's a good way when things die for them to come back into play. You also have Kitesail Freebooter to disrupt your opponent. Speaker of the Heavens is a way that if we get over 27 life, we can make angels. And then just some Heartless Axe as removal to kind of tighten it all up. I'm opting instead of the Scryland to go with the Castle. They both come into play tapped. This gains us a life, which kind of plays with the overall strategy. I might want to try to find some ways to gain a little bit more life, but for the time being, I think we go with this and see how it goes. Might end up cutting the Mothras, or the Luminous Broodmoths for Heliod, but we'll play a couple games, see how it goes. I'm just going to be playing the unranked ladder. We're chilling with the season almost done. We're in top 1200. So let's play Standard 2021. So we'll play this for about half an hour, and then we'll go play the Rakdos deck that I was brewing as well. If there is any other rotation-proof decks you'd like to see, do let me know in the comments. As we kind of progress through, we'll be testing out more and more. As spoilers come out, we'll be putting together some decks and seeing how they play out. I think we keep this. So this kind of gives us a buffer. We can get the Griffin Airy going. Ideally draw another cheap drop. So here, I think we just get the Griffin Airy going. If we draw an untapped line, then I'll go Veto. If we don't, then I'll go Charming Prince. It's probably Call of the Death Dwellers list. This 2/2 will allow me then to block. Fine trading there. They might have calls here. Yeah, looks like it's calls. So a bit of an awkward draw this game. Probably just play this out. Say go. I think we lost this one. Yeah. Missing the line drop hurt there. Well, 1 drop mill into your other 1 drop calls pretty good. Nice curve by the opponent. Might be that we don't have enough ways to gain life in this deck. You can also try out stuff like Daxos See how that goes with creatures entering the battlefield. I think this hand's fine. So here we can go Kite Sail and then follow it up with if we draw another land. Okay, so that's looking for non-creature. Let's see what the opponent's got. Alright, opponent's on humans. Easy block here. So what we do here is just set it up so can get closer to 27 life. If they get a land, then it makes these a bit bigger. Actually, don't mind this. Forces them to discard a card. Feeling pretty big with Elspeth Conquers Death. Just gain another life here. Probably hit them. Okay. This coming down is a little annoying. This game we've literally just drawn lines. Need like a Heartless Act. Revitalize would be fine if we could chain a couple together. Baneslayer wouldn't be too bad, but they can just use this to kill it. Don't really want to give him this enchantment back. They got Bastion. I guess I could have double blocked. They would have got their thing back. Silver Smoke Ghoul. So I can block here and then sack it. So block here. Double block there. See if they discard a card here. Okay, they don't. Heartless Axe pretty good here. Lets me kill this. But they still get the buff from this now. We've drawn so many lands this game. Yeah, we're dead. Let's tweak this deck a bit. It's not doing what we want it to do. Those feel clunky. Gain life. Like, just gaining 4 life might be relevant. Play this, or maybe we just play a couple of these. But our 2-drop spot's pretty heavy. I don't know if like this is the worst. We gain 4 life, it triggers all these effects, which is nice. I also don't like Freebooter, so maybe let's just go all in on this life gain theme. Kind of play like this. Let's try this one out. It's the one thing, like with this type of format, you can really kind of just play around, see what works best. This deck might just not be aggressive enough or like linear enough without the historic style life gain effects. I'm probably going to hold the Charming Prince till after we set up like the Indulgent Partitions and Vetoes. So we'd probably go this into Veto into Charming Prince. Opponents on Teamer, probably Teamer Adventures. Teamer mutates. Oh, it might just be Simic and they're playing this as a Trinome. I need some lands. All these 3-drops don't help. Nice thing is this deck doesn't really gain life. They can go wide pretty big, but the life gain's what's relevant. Okay, so I think we do this, try to find a land. Perfect. And then poke them for 1. Gain the life, burn them, and then I get another burn here. Okay, kind of doing what we wanted to do this game. If they have Ugin, we're in a pretty bad spot. This is 4 mana, so they keep this around. So I'm going to play this out. They can... I guess this allows them to plus Ugin, where this they would have to down tick Ugin. So what I'm hoping for is to get to 5th mana so I can do these both in a turn. It just takes him down a bit of life. But with Ugin on board, we don't really have much reach. And I don't have a way to take Ugin off the battlefield. Getting there. Problem is Ugin could just down tick on everything. We'll run this a little bit more, see how it goes. Couple more games. The old creature deck that also plays Ugin and wipes your board. Alright, let's see if the speaker can get us there. Probably go Heliod. No, let's go you. Whenever another creature with flying enters battlefield in your control, gets +1/1, and creatures with flying cost 1 less to cast. I think we just hold back this turn. Because if I can get this to 27 life. They got a Brazen Borer. I should have done it the other way. Could have done gained an extra point of life here. If they have another Brazen Borrower, it's not the best. 1 mana seems pretty sweet. 1 mana, 2/1 flyer that draws you a card. Okay. That is a creature. A flying deck. Heliod's pretty much a free attack here. So topping the Baneslayer is pretty nice here. Sweet. Finally got a W. pretty bad. Sounds not bad because I have a couple ways of triggering this. Okay, opponent can be on Dimir Flash, can be on Rogues. Kind of want that. Oh, that's a rogue as well. Can you stop milling my black sources? So we'll gain 3 life here. This is actually kind of a cool trick because if they have Heartless Act, I can put a counter on one of my things and then it fizzles the ability. So it's just rogue tribal. That's fine. We still trade with it. It's still a death touch creature. Cool. So next turn I have Partition plus gain 4 life and then drain them. So they've Drown in a Lock as their counter spells. Just gonna keep trading these off. It's probably Brazen Borrower coming down. Oh, Slitherwisp. Just getting some chip damage here. This can block at least better. Okay, they kept on top. Let's play out Veto. They have removal for Baneslayer. Sacrifice a creature. The spell has flash. This spell has flash as long as you control a creature with flash. Additional cost. That's weird. Kind of popping off. The nice thing is I can start activating Veto next turn still. So we can gain a bunch of life back. Gadwick. version's a little bit different than how we built ours. We didn't play the Cunning Knight Bonders. It's basically a free block. So then we get the drain if these both resolve. Do they have like this figure? Or another one of those flash kill things? They have 9 on us. Any blue spell taps us. Alright. This deck wasn't that good.